Angeles has been found guilty of federal corruption charges. A jury issued the verdict after 5 days of deliberations. Ridley-Thomas now faces years in prison and the loss of his seat on the LA City Council.
Let's get right out to Sandra Mitchell live outside City Hall. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sam and Court. Yeah, from city councilman to convicted felon. This is what happened today after more than 20 years as this very powerful politician here in Southern California, Mark Ridley-Thomas, now after 16 days of trial has been found guilty.
Obviously, we understand that.
Just a few years ago, Mark Ridley-Thomas was a powerful politician, a former LA County supervisor, LA City councilman, congressman, and senator. It now appears he is headed to federal prison, convicted today of conspiracy, bribery, mail, and wire fraud.
It really was a pretty simple case as a prosecutor. They just needed to collect all the evidence, emails, calls, and text messages to piece it all together. But I think once they were able to do that, from there on in, it was a pretty easy case for them to try.
Ridley-Thomas found guilty in a federal case that showed he used county contracts and money to bribe a USC dean in exchange for a full tuition scholarship and a paid job as a professor for his son.
I believe that this is a sad day for Los Angeles.
Late today, Mayor Karen Bass reacting to the verdict.
For decades, Mark Ridley-Thomas has been a champion for our city, a civil rights activist, a thought leader, and a policymaker who made real impact on this city. This is a sad day for Los Angeles.
Ridley-Thomas, who has insisted he is innocent, did not testify in his own defense. Legal analyst Lou Shapiro says that might have hurt his case.
I think in a case like this, where there's so much on the line, reputation, sentence exposure, and the damaging evidence, I think the jury wants the defendant to explain that.
Ridley-Thomas now is the third LA City councilman, including Jose Huizar and Mitch Englander, to plead guilty or be convicted of corruption charges in the past 3 years.
At some point, favors do become illegal. They do constitute bribery. And that is a strong message that's going to be sent not just to Ridley-Thomas, but to other people in local government. In a case like this, you got to be careful what you give in exchange for a favor, because it could come back to bite you like it did today in this court proceeding.
Mark Ridley-Thomas already suspended from the LA City Council. He will be sentenced in August, and he could face more than 100 years in federal prison. We're live outside City Hall, downtown LA. I'm Sandra Mitchell, KTLA 5 News. Back to you.
All right, Sandra, thank you so much for that. Switching gears now, just in time for opening day. The gondola exhibit is reopening